game day as players take the field of Salisbury University. It is a day of pride for the Seagulls and a day of boosted sales for the surrounding community. The $19 million stadium is a new nest for SU Seagull athletics. Along with the addition of the stadium, Salisbury University's SGA worked with Dr. Janet Dudley-Eschbach to introduce a tailgating experience to the university. SGA President Julia Howell tells us SU has struggled in the past with pride and attendance at sporting events, but hopes the addition of tailgating and the new stadium will change that.
I think a lot of people are proud of the institution, but I think in terms of sports, they aren't really as prideful with them. Game attendance isn't that high. I think the major thing that the school did was approve tailgating. I don't know if you were at the first football game where tailgating was allowed, but the stadium was packed, filled to capacity, which was really great to see, and students were cheering and interactive. So I think it takes something like tailgating to get people out to want to go out to make it happen. And I think once people start going to the games more, then it's sort of a tradition and then people keep doing it. It's kind of like it's not going to be a thing until it's a thing, and then how do you make it a thing?
We contacted Professor Sean McKenty of the Sociology Department. However, she did not want to appear on camera. She instead gave us a few statements on the community aspects of athletics and tailgating.
Athletics are culturally important, and so teams and participating in athletics, both for sports members and for observers, for sports teams, it becomes an important part of identity associated with the university.
McKenty believes tailgating is more time that people can spend together and makes the game a bigger event, interacting in a fun, casual way which generates good feelings about the university and its sports teams. In fall of 2016, 4 tailgates were held at Salisbury University. The first tailgate was September 2nd for the first home football game of the season. The second was September 24th for field hockey, and the final 2 on October 1st, the university's homecoming weekend. The football tailgate was held in the morning, and the field hockey was held in the afternoon. There are currently 4 additional tailgates scheduled for the upcoming spring semester. We attended one of the tailgates and spoke with Salisbury University alumni Matt Toth to get his feelings on the newly implemented tailgating events.
On average, in my 4 years, I probably went to one a year. There would probably be one that the university would advertise as like a student day. So I probably went to one a year every 4 years. And with tailgating, I feel like if they have 2, 3, maybe 4 tailgates a year, then that'll get more students out here and get attendance up, and maybe more students will go to more than just one game a year.
Students are having a positive reaction to the tailgating initiative, and Howell believes it is increasing pride. However, it is not necessarily making money for the university.
In starting the process, it actually cost the school money because they had to supply the different officers and rent porta johns, trash cans, and have the proper resources and fencing to make sure that it was a safe game day experience, which is why that there's only a couple of tailgates because it was a resource issue.
The Associate Professor of Economics, Brian Hill, tells us for the community, tailgating may actually take away sales from some businesses.
You do have people who are spending money one place rather than spending it elsewhere, and so whether or not it's a net positive, it's not clear.
Aside from these new initiatives, the university generates money from all aspects of athletics, including, but not limited to, concessions and apparel sales. Candace Kottman, a cashier at the Salisbury University bookstore, tells us athletics generates bookstore apparel sales, stating, quote, "If it's lacrosse season, they come in for lacrosse stuff, especially during Christmas time." Kottman specifically noted men's rugby as a huge apparel seller, even though rugby is only a club sport. According to rugby coach and alumni Bill Crease, the recently advanced D1 club team brings in money through alumni and their donations. Last year, Coach Crease says the team raised $27,000 for their sport and the university. However, the average dollar amount the team brings in is between $20,000 and $25,000 annually. We spoke to men's rugby captain Patrick Mullins, who did not want to appear on camera, but gave us a statement regarding alumni relations.
The alumni support's great. We actually have a page where we're still connected with them, and we can still meet them all. But about every year, we actually have an alumni weekend where we go to Ocean City and we play a game, us against the alumni, and it's funny to see them running around in their 40s and 50s, and they're having a blast. And after that, we get together with a nice. We go to a restaurant after and celebrate, and they raise money for us, and we pay our respects to them.
Brian Hill tells us donations and students' tuition are two of the biggest contributions that athletics brings to a D3 school.
Research has typically suggested that the most important thing from athletics for a university is that when there's a successful team, it increases the number of students who actually apply to the university, so that'll increase enrollment. Evidence seems to suggest that it also increases graduation rates, and when teams are successful, alumni are much more giving, and so we see donations or contributions to the university increase as well.
The university isn't the only one benefiting from athletics monetarily. As for the community, a multitude of sports teams are making an impact towards businesses. Blake Benn, the general manager of Hoppers, tells us Salisbury Sports is definitely a draw, but surprisingly more so for away games, as they have 17 TVs in the bar and common area where they live stream the games. The manager of Bagel Bakery, Patrick Tracy, tells, quote, "It is more the ladies' sports," end quote, that come in for team breakfast on game day. However, fans of the team come in excited and ready to spend.
Not only the athletes, but the followers come in, the fans, the boosters, fellow students come in. And everyone loves to talk about their school, the pride that they have.
Dana Simpson, owner of an Airbnb rental over her pottery shop, Chesapeake East, says she had a family for Salisbury lacrosse. Another Airbnb host, Claire, whose last name was hidden for privacy reasons, stated that every weekend was booked that she had available and has received families for football, lacrosse, and soccer. Salisbury University Athletics draws alumni, friends, and family to watch the games, tailgate, and contribute to the community economically. However, Julia Howell, SGA president, still believes the new additions to the athletic experiences are less about economics and more about improving school pride.
So the intention of tailgating was not for creating revenue for the school. It was spearheaded by the last SGA president, Tyler Gibson, to really garner more school spirit and get students out to games, and it was really effective in doing that.
In addition to the tailgating initiative, Salisbury University has put its efforts into enhancing school pride for the sports that do not play in the new stadium and that do not have permission to tailgate. Recently, the school held a teddy bear toss at the halftime of the men's basketball game for a chance to win a new TV. The Assistant Dean of Students, R.J. Chittims, tells us he believes the major difference between SU and other institutions is the importance of athletics to the general population, but believes Salisbury University has the potential to have the same kind of pride other schools have. Chittims states the challenge is going to be the students themselves. The price of pride may define a university monetarily, but pride itself is not a number. It is defined by the students and the community. It is on these people that the price of pride needs to be cultivated.